Hello and welcome to a brand new race, this time in Daytona Road. So without further ado, let's get it started. So as usual, let's go through our fastest lap in qualifying. So first of all, Daytona Road, I really felt comfortable and I had good pace coming into this race. So here, braking really hard into second gear to these left-handers here. Yeah, so I really had good pace. I had good confidence coming into this race. So I thought that I can really do well. So here, braking really hard to first gear into this right-hander here. Yeah, in the 2 hours race, we also did a lot of endurance racing here. So that's why I also had a bit of confidence coming into this race. It was a race I was looking forward to, and of course, among the other guys, I also noticed that I had a little bit more pace here. So it's all about showing your pace then to the track, or applying your pace to the track. That is what I was trying to do. So here, going through this corner, so here just braking really hard in the left-hander here, going into the first gear, and then maybe short shifting a little bit faster so that you don't get a lot of wheel spin. Yeah, now to this first straight here, so just going up the gears. Yeah, again, also as you can see, the weather we are racing at night currently. So the race will basically go from midnight towards the morning. But of course in qualifying you can only see the midnight, and also in the sprint you will only see part of the midnight there. So yeah, going through this bus stop corners here, yeah, pretty good I would say. Yeah, I was really happy with this lap. I think I could have done a little bit better. Well, of course you can always do a little bit better, because practice I was doing optimally 144, but I think anywhere in the low 145 would be already good. And in fact I would finish in 145.5, but that's what you're gonna see now coming up the line. And yeah, so this is the lap of Daytona Road, and just like the last race, I'll be starting in pole. So again, just good pace. I think I hope that I can convert this then of course to the sprint race and feature race, but let's see how that goes. Alrighty then, so I was very nervous in the last race, but here I already had a little bit more experience, so I think I was a bit more calmer in terms of my movements and whatever I need to do. So 4, 5 flights, and away we go. So I would say that was a good start there, I would say, but the car behind that, there was the Corvette there, just had much better pace out of the line. I think it's just the inherent car advantage there. So I tried my best to go into the inside, but I was too late there. The Corvette was already side by side there. I could have done maybe a little bit better of a blocking there, but nonetheless I've only lost one position so far, so I shouldn't be too disappointed with that. So yeah, just keeping behind here. You can see I'm gaining a lot of speed there, but yep, still keeping my P2. Let's see how it goes. So let's keep to lap number 4. I'm still sticking behind the Corvette there, so you can see both of us have good pace. Here I decided to do a kind of a dive bomb there, and yeah, he just managed to come back under me. So, and yeah, just I think it was fair enough there. So he left me enough space on the outside, just a little bit of a squeeze there, but regardless. So here I'm going there, and my teammate is already nearby me, as you can see in the radar there as well. So here I go a little bit on the outside, so this was maybe a little bit of a mistake, but yeah, my teammate was also quite rapid here, so he managed to get onto the inside and also now already challenging Ross. So that was yeah, good on him. Now focusing back on our race, so we are also trying to get past Ross of course, and make it a 1-2 for Mazda. Here I'm going to the outside because I had a little bit of overspeed, but I think that was the wrong decision to make, because you can see in the radar the guy from behind is already now alongside me and also now past me. So I think it was a bit of a mistake, and because of this I was I just didn't have the space on the outside without the slipstream there, and I was just dropping like stone. So yeah, I was in pin number 3. Now I'm almost battling with pin number 5, and in fact that's where I will end up with after all of this. Yeah, it just shows the power of the slipstream here in the straights there, and I just didn't make good use out of it. Yeah, I'm making a meal out of the corner there. But yeah, I'm gonna keep pin number 5, but yeah, lost positions. So now going back to my old habits of making mistakes. So now coming into the bus stop here, yeah, it just cut too much of the curb there, and that's gonna be a penalty. And of course I also had a moment there coming out of the corner. Because of that cut, I had to do a little bit of I compromised my line basically, and yeah, that unsettled the car, and then it basically bang. And after all of that, a little bit of fast forwarding afterwards, and you can see that I'm now in P number 14. Yep, so let's then go to the final lap, because nothing else happened. I managed to catch up a little bit in front there, so the Renault is in front of me now. It's really easy with that mile 7 really to notice which car is it, but yeah, So now I'm getting past him, so I'm also trying to attempt my fastest lap in this last lap here. So that slipstream really helped as well, so I'm able to brake much later there. Yep, now fast forwarding a little bit, so also catching up then to O'Leary in front. So I'm in P13 here, so I'm giving in a little bit of a bump draft here. I unintentionally gave him a bump draft there, but it seems to, I think, it's gonna work now actually. So here I'm coming into the inside. He didn't defend it too much, so he's just going there, and I'm now coming up behind this Indian driver, P11. Yep, so I managed to finish P12. All in all, I think it was a very disappointing race from my side. I think I had potential to finish somewhere in P5, P6, but this also gives a good opportunity to start the next race quite high up. So maybe it's a blessing in disguise. So let's see how the feature race would go. Alrighty then, so let's go to the feature race. So I'll be starting in P4. Yeah, because I was quite low in the sprint race. So yeah, let's do all of my usual settings as I usually do. And yeah, now I'm starting in P4, rolling start. That means that I wouldn't be affected too much by the car starting fast behind from a standing start. But yeah, so I treated this first lap, obviously I try to be a little bit more tentative. I think I had a lot of overspeed here coming in the back of O'Leary there, but yeah, I just decided to go a little bit on the outside and just give a lot of more space to the other guys there. So yeah, P number 4. So just moments later, we are still in the same lap. Yeah, so O'Leary's, I think he made a mistake, he went too deep there, so I went to the inside and managed to get one position. So yeah, going up the order, P number 3. So let's jump to the end of lap number 3. Yeah, so I'm having a good slipstream coming out from the Porsche in front. I'm giving him a bump draft, and to be honest, actually I could have went to the inside there. He gave me a lot of space there. Maybe the bump draft was not the best idea there, but anyways, I'm already got past another person, the Renault there. So now I'm in P number 2. And let's go to lap number 5. So I'm really battling this Porsche in front there. So I'm just finding a way how to pass, trying to go in different lines here. So I'm now going to the outside. So I had some flashbacks from the sprint race. I didn't want to be in this position. But yeah, so the inside I think is the best way to be. You can defend quite well as well, like you can see what the Porsche is doing there. And this is also compromising me from the back, from the attack from behind, I should say. Yeah, so just using different lines, trying to find a way past this Porsche, because I know I had the pace, so I just needed to get past. But so far, P number 2. So more battles later, and now fast forwarding to lap number 7. So here in the middle sector, finally managed to keep close to him, close enough, coming out of the left-hander there, and yeah, so managed to go into P number 1. So braking really late, as I would. And yeah, so going through the sequence of corners. So now up to P number 1. So end of lap 11 was when I decided to come in. So here I'm choosing the softs and not making the mistake like I made the last race to press don't refuel. Of course I didn't want to make that mistake. It was just a double tap by accident. But yeah, so I didn't make that mistake this time. So I'm changing it to the soft tires and fueling it all the way to 100%. Because if we need to do an extra lap later on, so there'll be just enough fuel there. So yeah, coming back out in P number 5. And yeah, just like that, we are already going to our final lap, because nothing happened in the soft stint there. I was basically just managing my gap, trying to make the fastest lap and succeeding as well. Yeah, so let's look through some retrospectives. Yeah, so maybe starting with qualifying again. I really like this track, and I think I managed to convert that pace to finish Q1 in qualifying, or finish P1 in qualifying. Then in the sprint race, that's where I think everything went downhill from there, literally. Yeah, just my racecraft I think can be a little bit better. This track is, although it seems like it's easy to overtake, but sometimes it's, yeah, with the slipstream you need to be mindful and creative in terms of how you try to overtake. So that we really need to be careful on that part. Yeah, so sprint was that, but because of that, of course, I managed to start close to the top, and I managed to make some moves. And by lap 7, as you saw in the video before this as well, it's already, yeah, I managed to get to P1, and from there went to the pits and managed to maintain my gap, yeah, after everyone else made their pits. So overall, really happy with my pace afterwards. Also, you can see now I'm coming up to 12 seconds away from the P number 2, so the pace was there. Just the racecraft, I think, really needs to improve a little bit more. So I think I need to do a little bit more of a practice for that in order to really utilize my pace in the best way. And of course, in terms of racecraft, in terms of how to just follow someone behind closely. I think that's the biggest problem now. I'm always having a little bit of a gap between someone just so I don't make any mistakes. But yeah, so coming up to the line now, finishing in P number 1. So first time winning the feature race. So yeah, just confirmation again of my P number 1 in the feature race. My teammate managed to finish in P7. I think he was running at P4 at some point because of penalties. It dropped him down. And also, as you might have seen there, fastest lap also from me. So good points overall for the team. Now looking at the main standings, so I managed to gain a little bit of position now up to P number 4. So my teammate is still leading it, but only just. So yeah, he's getting a lot of heat from Pasty there. So also in our constructors, we managed to maintain a little bit more of a lead there with the Lexus. So the Lexus being the black sheep or the surprise of the manufacturers there. But anyways, I think the Mazda team, I think they are really strong. We are really strong. So we need to convert more races and do much better. So next race will be in Suzuka. So let's see how that race would go. Thank you very much for watching and hope to see you guys in the next video.